welcome to ExpertsConnect, and I'm your host, Kadian Davis Owusu. Today, we're privileged to have a user experience designer and co-founder of the Pepper Food Waste app, my longtime friend and former colleague, Dr. Veranika Lim. And our discussion topic today will be about food waste. Hi, Vera. How are you doing?
Hi, Kadian. Thank you. I'm very good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So, can you tell us more about yourself?
Yes. So I am basically a UX researcher or UX consultant at the moment at Roche, which is a big pharmaceutical company in the UK, as well as a startup which is called Sweatcoin. So my responsibility is making sure that the products that I'm working on is user friendly. Besides of that, I am also co-founding Pepper, which I've been working on with two of my friends in the past 3 years, which we just launched recently. And besides being a UX consultant and co-founding Pepper, I love doing surfing, being outdoors, hiking, etc., cycling and running.
Yeah, so you're just this fun girl.
Yes, I think so. I hope so.
Yeah. Okay, Vera. So Selena Yule from Denmark, who is instrumental in the war against food waste, stated, and I quote, "We are overfeeding our garbage cans." I found this statement quite compelling. Can you tell us what exactly is food waste?
Food waste is basically any food that has been wasted, but it's good for human consumption. There is a difference between food lost versus food waste. So food lost happens before retail and consumption stages, whereas food waste happens at retail and consumer stages. So there is a difference though where most food has been wasted. So in developing countries, it happens mostly in post-harvest and processing stages, whereas in countries like the UK or the Netherlands, industrialized countries, it happens at retail and consumer levels.
Okay. So on a global scale though, is food waste a big problem?
Yes, it has a lot of impact. So first of all, financially, it has a big impact. All the food that we have been wasting, it costs us like about 1.3 million tons of tons of food get wasted, which is a lot of money.
And that's a lot of food.
Yes, so that's a lot of food, but there's also an ethical cost that is associated with it, because of all that money that have been invested in the food that we waste, we could have fed 800 million of people who currently do not have access to food. And besides the financial and ethical costs, there's also environmental costs. If all the food waste that ends up in landfills becomes methane, which is a global warming potential of carbon dioxide. And then also growing and transporting the food that we waste has impact on carbon pollution.
This is so sad. We're seeing adverse effects of food waste. So, what are some of the common reasons why we are wasting food?
So there are a lot of different reasons, and again, this depends on whether it's a developing country versus industrialized country. So in developing countries where farmers are a bit more poor, they harvest crops way too early. They also have a minimal farming technology, and sometimes they have market systems that are inadequate. So often they are very small, overcrowded, or unsanitary. Also, the temperatures is hot often, and there is a lack of proper transportation. So for industrialized countries, farmers here produce excessive food just to make sure that people have enough food to choose from. And also there's an appearance or a quality standard that it needs. Besides of that, you can see in supermarkets sometimes the offers are provided in big sizes, so a lot of big packaging in supermarkets. And also restaurants provide large portions of meals sometimes just to make sure that the client is happy. And in the house, we often buy more and cook more than we actually need. So all of that ends up in food waste.